Ok. Hace mucho rato que no juego. Y no sé en qué quedamos. De hecho, veo la cara de Sherlock y es una basura en cuanto a gráfica. ¿Qué pasó aquí? A ver. Opciones. Video. Sí, pues está al máximo. Alto, alto, alto. No existe un épico. En volada me da lag, pero no importa. Nada. Después lo bajo en caso de follaje. 60, sí, sí, total. Gama, no sé qué. Cancelar. ¿Cómo lo guardo? ¿Se quedó ahí o no? Sí. Ya, lo último que hicimos fue, claro, el caso del sacrificio. ¿Verdad? Porque tuvimos que salvar a Vogel. ¿Y qué tenemos por acá? Tenemos averiguaciones de Oswald. Ah, y Oswald más encima nos dijo que encontró una copia del informe desaparecido de la muerte de la mamá de Sherlock. Eso es bueno. Pero tenemos aquí cositas. Tenemos cositas. Tenemos historias y tenemos casos. Vamos a ir primero por... Ah, no, por la historia de la casa vacía. Podríamos ir por eso primero. Vamos a ver si podemos comprar cositas.
Oh, you did it, Sherlock! The case is closed and all rewards belong to the winner. Bravo!
It is merely the triumph of the truth.
Is it? No compromises? No lies? You're happy with your decisions?
It was the best decision I could obtain. The truth must be told in the way it is most acceptable.
You're making progress, Sherlock. I was right to believe in you. By the way, did you get that precious information about your mother? Oh, not that you must.
Yes, I did.
Forgive my intrusion in such a personal matter. I simply worry I'm failing to be of much help to you.
Actually, you were. For some reason, all the archives on the case had disappeared. This was a rare opportunity to obtain the impossible.
Outrageous. Perhaps someone found the truth unpleasant. Society usually rejects those who speak with too much honesty, doesn't it?
A comfortable lie is often preferred to an uncomfortable truth. Still, I believe that the latter should prevail, and I cannot remain silent.
That's quixotism at its best. Your mere truth cannot defeat institutions, systems, and power. Etiquette, religion, marriage, they're all lies told to preserve connections, love, and sanity, and it's all corruptible.
Lies destroy human dignity. How could you make a free decision without any knowledge of the truth?
Are we really free to decide anything in this world, Sherlock?
Oh yes. It's a struggle, but yes, we can make our own decisions. That's what I fight for.
What an endless fight it is. Will you ever give yourself a break, Sherlock? You're a walking contradiction, Sherlock. You refuse to lie to others, but constantly lie to yourself. How long until the train comes off the track? I cannot look away, but perhaps I should take a few steps back. You're an accident waiting to happen, dear. Until then, I shall bid you adieu.
Again, sí, después de que te salvé el pellejo. Ah. What the fuck con mi pelo? Ya. Vamos viéndole.
He's even been putting up posters, poor man. Losing it.
Y vamos a hacer esto, vamos por los muebles. ¿Cómo era esto? Marca brújula, toma, estamos. ¿Cómo se saltaba? No me acuerdo. ¡Ah! No importa.
Refresh your interior. Pick what you like. My goods will brighten up your house.
¿Qué tenés para mí? ¿Tengo dinero? Sí tengo dinero. Démelo.
Enjoy your purchase. Refresh your Sorry, I've nothing to offer you at present.
He's even been.
Do you know anything about this?
There is no amount of money that would make me talk.
Exquisite furniture.
Ah, idiota. Soy un idiota, ¿eh? Aquí también, mi guachu. Vine a buscar al que vende muebles. ¡Al que vende muebles!
Don't miss out on my
Come! Decorate your house. Merhaba. It's a good day for a purchase.
Marhaba. Alfombra, pistola de pirata. Juguete perfecto para niños, lo compramos. Y esta es la daga ritual maya, pues ¿cómo no la vamos a tener?
May your purchase bring you joy.
Cacha, salón restaurado. Yo creo que ahora sí que sí. Espera, tenemos la Old City. Gran Saray no hay nada. Escaladillo ya la vimos. Entonces, si nos vamos al cuaderno, tenemos: después de adquirir varios objetos de vendedores locales, he reparado el salón principal. Ahora parece repleto de recuerdos. Vamos para allá.
Oriental.
Esto es en Gran Saray, ¿cierto? No, creo que no, en Gran Saray. Sí, ahí está. Vámonos. No, la recarga en la codificación no me gusta en el OBS. ¿Qué hace guacho Watson? O sea, John. Me pica la nariz, no es que me esté sacando un moco.
Well done, Sherry. The hall now looks much as it did in our youth. Brings back fond memories.
Cacha la alfombra. Nah, es que soy una bestia.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
¿Y aquí? Y la daga y todo lo demás, ¿dónde lo quedó? ¿Dónde lo quedó?
Home sweet home, Sherry.
Sherry.
It was truly an unforgettable event. It reminds me of my mother. Looks like it was damaged by a blunt object.
Ya yo creo que estamos aquí. Ah, pero mira.
Used
Podríamos...
to take a shortcut down the banisters, much to everyone's annoyance.
Oh yeah, what fun. They had to fix these handrails several times. I wouldn't try it now, Sherry. Tempting though it is.
Ya, por las barandillas. Cherry y yo solíamos bajar la escalera deslizándolo por la barandilla hasta el salón. Era la forma más rápida de bajar. Mycroft lo odiaba, pero no podía impedir que siguiéramos haciéndolo. Los carpinteros tuvieron que repararla varias veces. Ya. ¿Algo más? Creo que eso fue todo. Vamos. Cuento la casa vacía. Ataúd de hierro. Vamos por ese caso. Muerte en una caja fuerte. He oído que han arrestado a Baisilio Copello, el propietario de la famosa compañía de seguridad doméstica Armour Copello. Su situación es bastante peculiar. Han hallado muerto a un hombre llamado Nicoló Detti dentro de una caja fuerte del establecimiento de Baisilio. Baisilio dice que es inocente, pero las pruebas están en su contra. Están detenidos en el calabozo de la comisaría. Yo no he sugerido que debería unirme a la policía o al menos fingirlo, no debería revisarle. Vamos. Vamos. De policía será, po. Me sirve. Vamos a ir al caso de Baisilio. Entonces nos vamos a... Truco. Está en el calabozo y nos vamos a infiltrar. ¿Por qué? Porque somos los mejores nada más. Yo soy Sherlock Holmes. Te mato porque eres un lambón.
He's even been putting up.
Cállate, boludo. Bueno, los cabros. Están en el calabozo. Estos son los calabozos.
Oh, what a long day.
Háblame, por loco.
Oh, what a long day. Excuse me, just one question. Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others. Is this familiar to you? Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
Excuse me, just one question. Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
Nadie sabe, ¿cierto?
Excuse me, but are you Mr. Copello? My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm hoping you could spare a moment to talk.
Manners, what a pleasant surprise. Most of your colleagues have lacked even the simplest of common courtesies.
You're a suspect, sir, but not yet a criminal. I shan't treat you as such. Your case is refreshingly unusual, and I wish to get to the bottom of it.
Manners and enthusiasm. Huh. May you go far, young man. What can I help you with?
El calabozo siempre está lleno de mosca, hermano. Mirada fija. Buena ropa. Este se puso a pelear. Está casado. Estamos, Baisilio Copello, el propietario de la famosa compañía de cajas fuertes, cerraduras, puertas... Armour Copello, de Cordona. Se encuentra ahora mismo detenido en los calabozos de la comisaría por sospechoso. Tiene 40 y pocos años, es un hombre metódico que pone el negocio y sus principios por encima de todo, se mantiene en calma y centrado. ¿Qué pasó, mi amor? Al maker. Se mantiene con calma, centrado, a pesar de que está arrestado. Tiene un cardenal en la mano, posiblemente tuvo que defenderse hace poco, valora su vida familiar. Impulsivo. Tiene 40, tiene un don por reconocer lo novedoso, la comisaría mantiene sus frustraciones a raya para poder ser propio de la violencia, tiene un cardenal. No me puedo ir para atrás, es que no me acuerdo cómo entró. Ya, vamos con ese.
You are surprisingly composed for a man accused of murder. Not so easily shaken, I take it.
Life is full of surprises. You'd be astonished how many deals go sour due to a force majeure. One becomes skilled at adapting. I am confident this will all be set straight. Until then, I will endure.
Much how you endure that injured hand. Those bruises look painful, but you seem barely aware of it. Were you attacked?
Ah, no. A minor accident, nothing more. My heady days as a man out to prove his valor are far behind me. I now know that to succeed in life, one must stay calm and plan ahead. The world will turn your way eventually. And if it does not, then one must persuade it so.
Please, tell me how you ended up in this situation.
Well, this morning some clients arrived to finalize their purchase of a Copello modular safe. But when we opened the door, out tumbled a dead man.
And I take it this wasn't normal.
No, I normally keep my corpses in the wardrobe. Please, young man, spare me your wit. The rest of the day was a blur. I recognized the victim, and it seems so did the police. That was enough to make me the main suspect.
Who sent for the authorities?
No one. As it happens, we had a break-in last night. Nothing was stolen, but for insurance purposes, the report had to be made. So, police officers just happened to be on the premises when we discovered the body in the safe.
¿Y a quién eran los clientes?
You
Importante.
mentioned you were showing your wares to some prospective buyers when the safe was opened. Who were they?
Clerks from the bank. They inspected the safe from top to bottom yesterday. I assumed the sale was just a formality at that point.
And the safe was closed?
It's usually open, but it locks automatically when the door swings closed. That's another marvelous Copello invention.
A coffin that locks itself. Marvelous indeed. Help me grasp your movements yesterday. What time did you meet the customers from the bank, and did you have any other appointments?
Yesterday, the bank clerks arrived at 10 a.m. Afterwards, I was alone in the office until my wife Augusta came in at 3 p.m. I left for home at 6:30 p.m.
And what about this morning?
Our meeting for the demonstration was set for 9 a.m. I arrived about half an hour prior in order to prepare.
I have one final inquiry. Do you recall the time at which the safe door was closed?
Young man, I may just as well ask you when you closed your cigar case. I have opened our safes a dozen times a day for a dozen years. I do not recall.
Conocía a la víctima.
You say you became the suspect when the police identified the victim. Is there history between you?
Surely you jest. That man and I have never met, and never would, unless he became the first Detti in history to use our products.
Some sort of family feud? I'm afraid I'm not familiar.
You must be new to Godona. It's an old tale. Back in Italy, generations ago, the Dettis tried to ruin our family business. They nearly succeeded. The Copellos rightfully struck back, but there has been bad blood ever since.
And does that blood flow in you too?
I told you, sir, it's an old story, or it was. I fear this horrible event portends worse to come. My wife may be in danger as we speak.
I'd like to inquire about the burglary.
I'm not sure I see the connection, but if you wish to know more, talk to Billy Lloyd, the night watchman. He scared off the thief.
Was it also Billy that discovered the burglar?
No, my wife did. She had stayed late yesterday. Poor Augusta. At least she's safer with the police than at home alone.
Well, Mr. Copello, I think that's all I need from you at present. Where can I find your office?
Here, take my card. Billy should be on site to assist with the investigation. And please, sir, would you check on my wife before you depart?
Thank you. I will endeavor to speak with her before I leave the station.
Please, treat her gently. Women lack our resilience when it comes to ordeals like this. I shall eagerly await your return. After all, there's little else I can do.
Vale. 4 pistas actualizadas, creo que va a ser una rata. Hay que ver a la esposa. ¿La esposa estará aquí al lado? Esposa. Esposa. Oye, pero si lo estoy haciendo bien. Augusta, ¿dónde estás? A la comisaría, esto es el calabozo. Vamos viendo, dijo mi compa.
Mrs. Copello, please wait in the office. The inspector will be here soon.
Espera en el despacho, hermano. Ahí está.
You must be the inspector.
Would you be Augusta Copello?
Must I really repeat myself to every baby-faced man in uniform that strides in?
Forgive me, I am not the inspector, but I am working on your husband's case.
Then I have nothing to say to you. Come back with the inspector in charge so that we may dispense with the endless repetition.
A ver, ¿qué tenéis? Tenéis pura cara chora. Tomó Laudano hace poco. No sé qué es Laudano, pero dale. Regalo de despedida de 1875. Oh, está pasada. Señal de inquietud. Llavero conmocionada sensible. Ha estado jugueteando con su alianza de boda debido a los nervios. Ha usado Laudano hace poco, pero no parece habitual de la droga. Vamos, corta. Tenéis pura cara de choriza.
Whilst I prefer German composers, the harp solo from Lucia di Lammermoor stands out as one of Donizetti's finest contributions to the form. I'm sure Baisilio thought the same.
He did. How? Did he tell you how we met?
Oh, there was no need. It is trivial to observe how much you value your memories of playing harp in the orchestra. And even an amateur Italian harpist would be familiar with Donizetti's finest work.
Yes. Music is a balm in these uncertain times. It is nice to meet another who appreciates it.
Much as I appreciate the truth. Please, Mrs. Copello, let me help you and your husband.
I am not unappreciative, sir. But I'm afraid I presently lack the strength.
Hábleme del
Baisilio
robo.
tells me you were present during the burglary yesterday. What can you tell me about it?
Oh, it gave me such a fright. I fainted, fell to the floor. I wish I could help you, but I'm just utterly useless. Please, I want to rest before the inspector arrives.
Were you familiar with the deceased man found in the safe?
No, I did not know him, nor can I conceive of how the poor soul ended up there.
You've had quite the day, Mrs. Copello. I shall leave you be. If I have further questions, I may visit again later.
Vamos a hablar con el compadre para decirle que está bien. No, pues es maya.
Oh, what a long day.
Have you learned anything? Have you learned anything?
Uy, me dijiste que viera si estaba bien, pues, hermano.
Have you learned anything? Have you learned anything?
Ok. No te interesa saber cómo está tu mujer, ¿eh? Ya. Entonces. Billy Lloyd, la esposa de Baisilio. Ya fuimos. Ahora vamos que está en la oficina de Armour Copello en Adler Street, al este de la Catedral de San Clemente en Escalavío. El este está para acá. Estamos a puro salir, por guachines. Inicio.
He's even putting up posters, poor man.
Pues sí, papá, se pasó para sobrar. Es una trattoria. Esto tiene que ser Adler Street, ¿no? Estoy súper bien para allá.
Take a look. Try it on. It'll be a nice purchase.
Hello there.
Ill-fitting pants, wonky nose, and hair that appears to have been cut by your own hand. You must be Billy Lloyd.
Oh, it's you! I knew you'd come.
You did?
You're Mirko Gallia, the best investigative journalist on Cordona. I'm a fan of your work.
Alas, you're mistaken. The name is Sherlock Holmes, and your employer...
Oh, of course. Discretion. I'm sorry. I doubt the policeman upstairs heard me, though, so your secret is safe with me, Sherlock.
Mr. Copello told me you were present during the burglary and scared the criminal off the property?
Yeah, you should have seen it. As soon as the burglars saw me, they went white as death. Ran out the back door of the office. I heard a thud and cat shrieks, so I think they went over the railing and into the bushes out back. Clearly, my reputation precedes me. Mr. Copello was so proud.
You're a guard, but you didn't give chase.
Well, by the time I made it outside, they were miles away. So I went back to help Mrs. Copello. That kind of gentlemanly courtesy is why I'm so well regarded round these parts.
What did the thief look like?
Shorter than me, mid-20s, a huge scar across the right cheek going from the eye. Short hair. She didn't look like a ghost. Too corporeal.
Hold on. She? You didn't think to mention the burglar was a woman?
Why did you assume it was a man? It's the 19th century, sir. Ambitious young women are out there pursuing a career, and I, for one, encourage it.
Yes, yes, spare me the sermon. When did the burglary happen?
Oh, after 10 in the evening. I was just talking to Mrs. Copello.
Does she normally work this late?
No, it's the first time it happened. Usually I'm alone at night. I was explaining to Mrs. Copello how drinking water every 3 hours can help with digestion, when she excused herself and went back upstairs. Then there was a scream, and I ran up to the office and...
I know what happened next, thank you. What about last evening? Do you have any more details about the break-in?
Of course. I write down everything that happens during my watch. Take a look.
Fastidious in its mundanity, but I will make of it what I can. I must go and inspect the crime scene. If I have further questions, Mr. Lloyd, I will find you.
Oh, don't worry. I won't be able to keep away.
Right.
They sell door locks, padlocks. No Sherlocks, though. Probably for the best. Imagine dealing with two of you. Ugh.
Señor Lloyd, la combinación de todas las cajas fuertes de la oficina es 00313 55. En el futuro téngase a meter sus pantalones en nuestros productos, por favor, o tendremos que reconsiderar su empleo. Oh.
The best on the market. You can wallop them, you can burn them. Nothing will work.
I bet he tested that himself.
Nada por acá, nada por acá. Vamos al despacho, guacho.
Why do I get the worst jobs?
Wouldn't want to be in his shoes. I'm a bit claustrophobic.
Te fue envenenado.
Bulging veins, cyanosis, bloodshot eyes, odd foaming in the mouth. Bruises, torn nails, bleeding was severe and continued at length. Blood on the safe door could have been left by the victim.
Su moretón.
Clear indications of blunt trauma, possibly inflicted before the victim was in the safe. Clothes are not fully buttoned. Was the victim dressing or undressing? What a rotten way to die.
Yeah, what a shame.
¿Este qué hace aquí? Ya vamos a examinar. Necesito menos 6. ¿Qué pasa si ese? Combino con eso. Boom. Menos 4, menos 2. Más 1. Ya. Vamos a cambiarlo. Así vamos. No. ¿Esto qué hace? Ya, esto le resta, esto le suma. Multiplica. Voy a llegar a 5. Estamos. Ya, entonces dice que la espuma tiene movilidad. Ha resultado una intoxicación ligera, probablemente a causa del vino. Y esto, cronología del deceso. 3 de la tarde, Augusta llega. 6:30, Baisilio sale de la oficina y se dirige a la casa. 7, Billy llega a la oficina y saluda a Augusta. Ya, entonces vamos ahora. Aquí está el vino, pues
The
churu.
bottle is half empty. A wine, well enjoyed. Recently used, but why would it be here?
I know of it, but forgot.
Do you know anything else about the dead body in the safe?
Well, there is the rule of threes. You can survive 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, 3 hours in harsh weather, and 3 minutes
Of you talking?
without air. I'm sorry, did you say something?
No, very enlightening, Mr. Lloyd, thank you. Is this code memo still valid?
Oh, yes, it's the same combination code everywhere. It corresponds to Mrs. Copello's birthday, actually. In fact, during this year's celebration, I was allowed a sip of champagne. That's when I had to dry my trousers, and then I had to...
Okay, thank you, Billy.
I don't know. I know of it, but forgot.
Have you noticed anything different about Mrs. Copello recently?
Not really. She talks to me more when I start my shift. Probably because of the 100 Best Curry Recipes book I'm reading. Oh, and we've been running out of paper a lot lately, so she often sends me out to buy more for her. She's very particular about the paper we use. Only one store on the island stocks it, and it's on the other side of the town. But I'm really fast.
Interesting, thank you.
Aquí es un perro.
Oh, actually, no.
What can you tell me about Mr. Copello?
He's a good employer, but very focused on work, and very serious about security, of course, since he employed a night watch of my caliber. Not everyone appreciates his strict business approach, though. Store clerks don't seem to last long in the office.
Good to know.
Vamos, Graciela. Epa, y para allá, ¿qué hay? El despacho. Aquí hay pista. Aquí, señores, hay pista. Yo voy en un ratito. ¿Por qué esta gran presentación? ¡Yuhu! Cacha, estamos en 1873 aquí en el juego, brígido.
A concert program from 7 years ago. An Augusta La Ducha is listed as a harpist in the orchestra.
Augusta, hoy no tenemos tiempo de hablar porque tengo una reunión con un cliente importante, pero me preocupa tu deseo de trabajar hasta tan tarde. Parecías contenta con ello y ese es el motivo que no haya dicho nada hasta ahora, pero quizás sería mejor que lo habláramos. Estoy segura de que podemos buscarte otro horario. Baisilio.
Two theatre tickets for Shakespeare's Othello. The performance is tomorrow.
Have to respect the classics.
Signor Copello, ha llegado a mis oídos que Nicoló Detti pronto volverá a Cordona. No sabemos qué significa eso, pero el futuro de la familia Detti... Eso para el futuro de la familia Detti. Pero Horacio parece decidido a permanecer en Roma, así que interprételo como quiera. Me gustaría aconsejarle encarecidamente en nombre de toda la familia que evite cualquier contacto con Nicoló. No nos cabe ninguna duda de que será capaz de mantener la compostura aunque le provoque, pero no sabemos qué planean los Detti. Esté alerta, la reputación de la familia está en juego. Invoca al lupo, Naldo Gilani. La agenda detalla los horarios de Baisilio Copello planificados con semanas de antelación. Hay varias entradas recientes con interés Primero, una cita con un detective hace unas cuantas semanas. Y segundo, 2 fechas consignadas con caja fuerte, ayer y hoy.
He clearly needs a better work-life balance.
Regresa el heredero de la familia Detti. Nicoló Detti, joven heredero de la familia Detti, ha regresado a Cordona después de 12 años estudiando y trabajando en el continente. Su vuelta coincide con la partida de Horacio Detti, Italia, y apunta a la posibilidad de que Nicoló pretenda asumir el negocio de la familia en Cordona. Estaremos atentos a esta situación según vaya desarrollándose y procuramos obtener alguna declaración de Baisilio Copello. La disputa entre los Copello y los Detti existe desde hace 200 años, y aunque parece haberse atenuado, durante las últimas décadas algunos aún recuerdan los conflictos de la era de Gonzalo Detti y Vitalio Copello. Esperamos que la joven mentalidad de Nicoló y la actitud calmada de Baisilio para los negocios encuentren un terreno común.
Well-organized workplace?
Mr. Copello is the best.
Okay, this chap is seriously creepy.
Vamos a abrir nomás, pues, gancho.
The letter F is inscribed within a 4-leaf clover pattern. Passe-muraille. Walk through walls in French. Our thief seems rather arrogant. A comprehensive set of lockpicks, recently cleaned with no fresh scratches.
Y a lo loco se fue por acá. Ok, vamos a tener que ir entonces a... Vamos a hablar primero con mi compa. Aquí no era.
I don't know.
Do you know anything about these entries?
No, but Mr. Copello is so well organised. I use a different method, very popular among the Buddhist monks. You create an attic in your mind and...
I'm familiar. Keep it tidy, put only necessary information in, remove unnecessary information regularly.
What? No, it's called an attic. You just stuff it with everything. You never know what might prove helpful someday.
That is profoundly upsetting. Do you know whose keys these are?
Probably Mr. Copello's. Police took him so suddenly. I have the same set, but it's more efficient. Has fewer keys.
So you don't have access to the entire office?
No. Only Mr. and Mrs. Copello have the key to the back door.
Do you know what this note might be about?
I cannot presume to know another's mind, of course, but... I think Mr. and Mrs. Copello have been having some familial difficulties. Probably due to their lack of children. One of my oldest friends helps couples with their relationship troubles, and he always says...
You don't have to continue.
Oh, well, he says that to me as well, but I'm perfectly happy to.
No, I insist.
Entonces hay una llave de atrás. Debe ser la llave que usé, ¿o no? Perdón. 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 Buena chora. No, no está aquí. En el periódico tampoco, yo creo que está en la policía, guacho.
He's even been putting up.
¡Ah! Puede ser. Felicia Celi, 26 años. En la actualidad es miembro de la banda de los chicos del patio, en calidad de maestra ladrona. Tiene una guarida en Clay Street, en la zona centro de Miners End. Tiene una cicatriz distintiva en la mejilla derecha. Cuenta historias contradictorias sobre cómo se la hizo, pero la tiene desde por lo menos los 18. Después de que sus padres murieran en alta mar y de que se gastara la herencia, empezó a dedicarse al crimen. La han arrestado varias veces, pero siempre ha colaborado con la ley, lo que ha atenuado la gravedad de sus penas. Clay Street, en Miners End. Gracias.
Maybe it would be wise to take a look around outside before we enter. Just a thought.
Ok, ningún problema, voy a seguir tu sugerencia. Ya, entonces esto sería... End. Market Road. Vámonos. Vámonos, mi guacho. Oh. Llegué algo del tubo.
Despite being used, these goods are still fine. Take the worst clothes at the best price.
No me vaya a hablar, no me vaya a hablar. Silencio.
Excuse me, just one question.
No, sir. I haven't seen or heard anything about this.
May I ask for your assistance?
Officer, may I suggest you leave me alone with your stupid questions?
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
No cacho a qué se refiere con el tubo.
Get lost.
Despite being used, take a look. Maybe something will catch your eye.
Lo llevo.
I hope you like what you bought. The worst clothes at the best price.
No cacho a qué se refiere.
One man's trash is another man's furniture.
May I ask you something?
If somebody learns I've cooperated with the police, we'll both be in trouble.
May I ask for your assistance?
The only thing you policemen do is oppress my people. I won't help.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
No, no logro captar lo del tubo. Clay Street.
Other gangs are planning an attack on them.
Ah, pero quiero estar la vuelta tú, hermano.
May I ask for your assistance? Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
Extra! Extra! Dilemma in Deluso. A seance ends with a death. A lord arrested.
Quiero el tubo.
Not bad.
Extra! Extra! Elephant thrice executed. The execution of a 2-ton bloodthirsty beast.
Get lost.
Despite being used, these goods are still fine.
The worst clothes at the best price. Step right up. Why would you even come here then?
Merhaba.
May I ask you something?
Sorry, I'm busy, trying to ignore a sheep in wolf's clothing.
Can I ask you a question?
I can't talk to a police officer. That's the end of it.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
May I ask for your assistance?
If somebody learns I've cooperated with the police,
Ya era.
we'll both be in
Vamos en el
trouble.
tubo.
Despite being used.
The worst clothes at the best price.
Other gangs are planning an attack on them.
Busca, averigua qué información busca el tubo y dónde encontrarlo. Eso está bueno. ¿Dónde? Mermando las filas. John tenía razón. Parece que los chicos del patio se han movilizado debido a que a la chapuza de Robo en Armour Copello de Felicia se vio. Creen que otra banda les ha tendido una trampa y van a atacar pronto. Sin embargo, he oído que el tubo, el traficante de información cojo de la banda, está retirando a sus mendigos informantes. El tubo suele estar en el mercado. Ya, pues hermano.
The worst clothes at the best price.
The best the flea markets can offer.
Buy some clothes and help me feed
The
my
best
family.
the flea markets can offer.
Cojo la pierna si este es, pero me tengo que disfrazar.
Up, step right up.
Alquilemos.
Bring it back in one piece, or you'll have to buy it.
The best of flea markets can...
Hello, mister. I have some information for you.
I'm not interested in the advice of a man like you. Move aside. I've places to be.
No fallé, hermano. Maldito gusano.
The best of flea markets can offer.
Buy some clothes and help me feed my family.
Voy a entrar dando la mea cara.
Despite being used...
The worst clothes at the best price.
A ver dónde te metiste, guacho.
May I ask you something?
Do I look like a copper's snitch?
Play straight. Voy a seguir derecho. No, no es acá. Tranquila que te voy a encontrar.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't trust anyone in uniform.
Tiene que estar quieta en algún lugar.
do drop in.
Veo chancho. Entonces no voy a poder entrar a las casas.
Are you able to help me?
I don't speak to coppers. That's me creed.
Ahí está.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Why don't you go and ask your police officer friends?
Hermana, ¿dónde te encuentro? Fíjate que me dan la weá y me voy a sacar el uniforme.
How do you do?
Help me, please.
Ah, officer, I wish I could help.
Help me, please.
Are you talking to me? You'd better not be.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Are you able to help me?
Nah, fella. I got no idea about this.
Nice to see you.
Hermano, me fui a la cresta.
It's gonna be raining.
The best flea market.
The worst clothes at the best price.
Era ahí mismo, hermano.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
Eat lead!
No more crime for you until next month.
Not that easy! I'm coming for you.
Don't bother moving.
The snuff's ready.
I couldn't miss the party. I'm coming.
Time to knock. Give him the pepper snuff. It's all yours now. Go for it.
I'm coming for you.
Take a rest, my friend.
The snuff's ready. Bob, give him the pepper snuff.
No more crime for you and...
The snuff's ready.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Oh, estoy recibiendo mucho daño, hermano.
You can overcome the brute now.
Take a rest, my friend.
The snuff's ready.
Okay, I give up.
Ok, me rindo.
And here we are, Miss Sevigny. A place where we can talk about all your recent activities. We have a nice profile on you, you know.
What are you talking about? I didn't do anything.
Is there nothing you didn't do, Miss Sevigny? Thieve for the gang, break into the Armour Copello office, kill Nicoló Detti?
What? Kill? I didn't kill nobody. No, how?
So you admit the rest. I suppose you won't mind explaining some things to me then.
Vamos a sacarte toda la película, guacho. No sé qué ganzúa, pero dale. Ya, Felicia Sevigny es una ladrona de 20 y tantos años. Hay marca de garra en la pernera, de la pernera rasgada en su pantalón de cuando huyó torpemente del escenario del crimen de Armour Copello. Tiene un guardapelo en el que esconde una ganzúa. Su chaqueta es reversible para disfrazarse en un momento. Está orgulloso de su habilidad y lo demuestra aunque solo para el ojo entrenado.
You were in the Armour Copello office yesterday evening, Miss Sevigny. The same place that Nicoló Detti was found dead today. What happened?
How would you know? You can't prove anything?
It's written all over you, Miss Sevigny. I presume you did not intend your evening to end with a fall over the railing and a fracas with felines? Need I continue?
Zut alors! It was just a job, nothing else. I was asked to come. Here, see for yourself. I don't know who hired me, but I think they wanted to pin the crime on me. Poor Nicoló.
When were you offered this job?
Ah, mon Dieu. I don't remember precisely. I think the letter arrived around 9:30 in the evening. It sounded tricky, but the money was good.
And you arrived at the office?
Perhaps 45 minutes later? I am very good, sir. I was in and out in 5 minutes.
I don't like lies.
No, wait. Okay. It took 15 minutes. All right? Still impressive, no?
You knew Mr. Detti, how?
Nicoló and I grew up together. I hadn't seen him in years, then ran into him on the street, smiling with some lovely lady on his arm.
And that was the last time you saw him alive?
Well, until I found him dead yesterday. That same woman was there, too. It can't be coincidence.
You saw a woman in the office?
Mm-hmm. She started screaming, so I slammed the safe door and ran when I saw a guard coming.
Your thieving days may well be over, Miss Sevigny. Until this matter is resolved, you will remain here. Good day.
En mi idea... Pero dijo... Contactó un cliente. Felicia ya había visto a la mujer que la pilló en las oficinas mientras mantenía una cita con Nicoló Detti. Rígido, hermana. Hermanos, que esto tenemos que ir a hacer. Lo bueno es que estamos aquí mismo. Calabozo.
What a long day.
Para quejarte, loco. Hermano, lo primero que necesito es...
Mr. Copello, have you anything to say about the burglar's claims?
Not a whit. The woman is a liar and a criminal. I don't give it the slightest credence, and neither should you.
Yeah.
Another question? Another question? Not much to say. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I have nothing to add to this. Another question? Another question? I'm afraid I have nothing to add to this.
I'm interested in some entries in your diary that may prove important. Could you elaborate on these ones here?
Bene. I won't name the detective, but rest assured that is unrelated to the investigation. It is just one of our clients. And those safe entries are about an interested party who was going to purchase the product. We met yesterday, and today were to finalize the transaction. Alas, that opportunity is no more.
You've been a good help.
I'm afraid I have nothing to add to this.
Nota de Baisilio.
What was your intent behind this note?
This is private, young man, and hardly relevant.
Its relevance, as it were, remains to be seen.
My wife Augusta joined me in business half a year ago, but works late hours. I worry because I love her. What else do you need to know?
I appreciate your candor.
Wakanda?
I'm afraid I have nothing to add to this.
How long have you known your wife, Mr. Copello?
How is that relevant, young man?
Please, I need a complete picture of all the parties involved. Consider, perhaps, the possibility that the burglar was targeting your wife.
It seems unlikely, though if a Detti was out to threaten my wife, We met 7 years ago. Augusta was a harpist with an Italian orchestra. The passion in her eyes back then. I am glad she still has some of it now.
And you and your wife get along well?
I love her most dearly, and I know Augusta loves me. I fear someday she may be bored at work, but I try to give her all she wants.
Is this note still valid?
Oh yes, we use this code by default for each safe. Now sometimes a buyer may ask to see how it can be changed, but I always reset it afterwards.
And the safe containing the body used the default code, I presume?
As it happens, no. In my demonstration, I wanted to show the bank clerks how easy it was to set a different combination.
Interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. Vamos a hablar también al toque con esta chora.
What exactly was your relationship with Nicoló Detti?
Who? What are you talking about?
Madam, please, a young woman dedicated to her music and an enthusiastic artist. Your marriage to Baisilio could not have offered all you needed. And then about 6 months ago, you met Nicoló Detti. There was a spark, you started to see each other. It brought passion back into your life.
How could you?
But your tryst didn't go unnoticed. Felicia 7 years spotted you with Nicoló, but rather than cease your affair, you took care to avoid the public eye. You started working with your husband at the office and met your lover there in the evening after Baisilio departed. Billy would not notice, and you hoped neither would your husband. Do I have this right so far?
Yes. I love Baisilio, I truly do. But his first passion is his work. I respect that, but it left me adrift. Nicoló. Sweet Nicoló.
Oh.
He was the man I needed. If he had had any other name, I would have talked to Baisilio. But he was a Detti.
And your husband suspected something.
I think he did. He asked questions. Billy's schedule was moved forwards here. Yes, he suspected.
And thus we arrive at the heart of the matter. How did Mr. Detti end up deceased in the safe?
I do not know.
Madam?
I don't know anything about his death.
Are you sure this is how you wish to proceed?
It is the truth. Please, just
Leave me alone.
leave me be.
Estamos al otro lado, mi guachu. Ya, ¿qué tenemos aquí? La declaración de Augusta está brígida, hermano. Vamos a trabajar con esa declaración ahora y nos vamos a ir directamente a donde... Antes de ir donde Baisilio, vamos a ir a donde el empleado, el lamebotas.
He's even been putting up.
Buen caso nos mandamos aquí, ¿eh? Armour Copello. Venga.
I don't know. I don't know. I know of it, but forgot. I know of it, but forgot.
Could this be the burglar you saw yesterday?
That's her. So what's our plan? How do we get her? If you can afford to give me 20 minutes, my uncle has a large net.
Yes, a net. I'll go and get one now, Billy, and you stay to guard the office.
Creo que eso era antes. Tengo que trabajar con la... Sí que me iba a salir. Debería saber algo.
I'm going to catch the criminal myself. But
ya, chao.
Later.
Later. Yo los tengo todos aquí, güey. A todos identificados, Todos identificados, ¿Dónde está ahí? ¿Dónde dejamos a la Leti? O sea, a la otra choriza. Guau. No está guacho.
What a long day.
Ya vamos a hablar con mi compadre. Te va a gustar lo que te voy a decir,
Were you aware of this, Mr. Copello? Of the relationship between your wife and Nicoló Detti?
Enough! I will not hear it. Augusta is an impressionable woman feeling the stress of this horrible situation. She does not understand what she's saying.
I see. So, you think...
I think that if you want to help, you should stop bothering my wife and find the criminal responsible.
I will return.
Oye, esto es sin palas solamente. Fuiste bueno, hermano. Te vamos a acusar al toque.
I believe that I have found the truth, Mr. Copello, and that truth does not show you in a good light.
And here I thought I had found a bright mind. Why would I need to kill Nicoló Detti?
It's simple.
Ah, mira. El móvil.
You knew about Nicoló and Augusta. You loved her, and the Detti and Copello conflict is well known. You had to protect your family's reputation.
Ha! Any simpleton can find reasons for me to dislike a Detti, though it takes a special kind to concoct an imaginary dalliance, too. How do you believe I killed him? Just threw him in the safe.
Ya, ¿con qué medio se cometió el crimen? Necesito pistas.
This doesn't even show how I could kill Nicoló.
Okay.
Give it a rest, young man. How would I even know when to strike?
I'll return to you later.
No.
I believe that I've...
And...
¿Cuál fue el móvil? Estábamos hablando de que fue...
You knew about Nicoló.
Ha! How do you...
¿Con qué medio se cometió?
That could have sufficed. Nicoló may have been unconscious, and you admitted you had full access to your office for most of the day. Or you could have changed the code during the day, then arrived unannounced in the evening to leave him nowhere better to hide.
And why on earth would I do that?
To get rid of a Detti? To force a confrontation with your wife? Either seems entirely plausible.
To you, perhaps. But how would I even know when to do the deed, huh?
Aquí entra Felicia.
You've lost the plot, young man. It's gibberish, just admit it. All this time, all this effort, and you get caught up in a fantasy. A shame. Still, a fine way to kill some time until my lawyer arrives from Italy. I trust you will see yourself out.
I don't get your decision. We did all that work, and in the end, nothing about this case changed.
Hermano, lo perdí. De perro.
Come on, Sherry. Say, I am the law. Come on, Sherry. Say, I am law.
Bueno, hay que, por loco. No lo resolví bien. Una basura. De todos los casos, el primero que pierdo. Pero bueno. Ahí está. Lo vamos a dejar hasta aquí porque mañana hay que levantarse temprano. Sherlock. Una fucking shit, nigga. Let's fucking go. Nos vemos, Sherlock Holmes.